Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome back. Let's just dig right into it. Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder is a complete duck. This guy will not take the fight. He does not believe in unification. At this point, the WBC should be ashamed to have him as a world champion. You have to look at it like this and be 100% honest and unbiased. Deontay Wilder claimed and called Anthony Joshua a ducker again and again and again. And if we're going to be 100% honest and unbiased, he was bashed in the media saying that he was a ducker. They gave this whole big spiel about the 50 million. But now all of a sudden, when an opportunity is presented to unify and become an undisputed world champion, remember, unification trumps everything, right, Wilder? At this point, one face, one name, one champion, all that's out the window because Deontay Wilder is still refusing to really take a serious offer from Anthony Joshua. This is a direct quote from Eddie Hearn. We would desperately love to fight Deontay Wilder in Wembley on April 13th. Eddie Hearn also states, we have offered him successfully more and more, not just guaranteed money, but percentage money. It will generate many times more than he has ever earned in his life, but there's a certain level beyond which we won't go because AJ is the A side. And that's the way it should be. Why should he go any further in that? Let's just be 100% honest and unbiased. Why should he? Because AJ is the A side. And he shouldn't go and give Deontay Wilder a 50-50 split. But the fact that they're giving you more and more money, percentages and guaranteed money, more than you've ever earned in your career, upping the offer again and again and again, and you're still not pursuing this fight. Another direct quote. Unfortunately, I have to report that so far, despite 3-4 emails, dozens of phone calls, we haven't had one response from Deontay Wilder's team. So sooner or later, you take the hint that maybe they don't want us that bad, but then they're also, I guess, planning a Tyson Fury rematch. Now, let's be honest and unbiased. No one can ever in the history of boxing call Anthony Joshua a ducker when it comes to Deontay Wilder ever again, period. There should never be a question in your mind as to who ducks who. There should never be a question in your mind who undisputed means the most to, and that's Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua wants to be undisputed world champion. He's making offers, and you're going to have all these biased new media. You're going to have these LDBC fangirls. You're going to have Dante's biased nation and biased ego. You're going to have all these fanboys out here clamoring and saying, talking about things that aren't relevant. 50 million, not relevant. Even though it's been debunked, it's not relevant. Let's stick to what's relevant. And what's relevant now is they're trying and pursuing to make an undisputed fight, and yet Deontay Wilder won't even get his team to respond. They're not taking it serious. Deontay Wilder does not want to fight, and yet you're going to have all these fanboys try to discredit Eddie Hearn and say, oh, Eddie's just a liar, he's a snake. That's what they use and stand behind. But if Eddie's such a liar and a snake, why is Eddie the most successful promoter in the UK? Because he has to be doing something right. Guys are getting paid. Guys are making fights. He's getting big fights done because that's what Eddie Hearn is. Love him or hate him, he's a matchmaker. He's going to put the big fights together. He matched Kell Brook and Errol Spence Jr. People forget that. He makes fights happen regardless of what you think. He gave us the Dillian White, Derek Chisora. He gave us, White and AJ won. He's trying to make the biggest fight. He's pushing Tevin Farmer to fight a Gervonta Tank Davis. So love or hate Eddie Hearn, he's trying to get the fights done. They're calling, making offers, and Deontay Wilder and his team won't even answer the damn phone. That's a shame. These guys really don't want to fight. These guys know that after Tyson Fury exposed him, he knows that he has nothing left for an Anthony Joshua. I think, in my personal opinion, I think Anthony Joshua stops him within 5 rounds. This is an act of cowardice from Deontay Wilder. There's no reason to come out and say all these horrible things about Anthony Joshua before the Fury fight. He called Anthony Joshua a coward. He goes on his press tour. And mind you, this is a press tour that he has with Tyson Fury about the Wilder Fury fight, because he never took Tyson Fury serious. He never took him serious. That's why he picked Tyson Fury, and Tyson Fury picked him because Tyson Fury knew that he couldn't box, and he thought that Tyson Fury was done. That's ultimately what that fight was about. And when they went on that tour, they spent more time talking about Anthony Joshua than they did each other. And the funny thing about all this is, all that talking that Deontay Wilder did and all his fanboys, and yet he's the one not answering the phone. He's the one not picking up the phone. He's the one making it abundantly clear that he wants absolutely zero smoke with Anthony Joshua. So there's no more excuses to be made. There's no more lies to tell. We all know that Anthony Joshua is clearly being ducked by Deontay Wilder. You can't say promoters, you can't say Al Heyman. This is Deontay Wilder's choice of his own free will. He does not want these guys to pick up the phone. And you know that you have the biased boxing voice with biasness, and this guy comes out and, you know, he's going to come up and suck up to, you know, Deontay Wilder and try to make everything about AJ or his offer. This has nothing to do with money. This has nothing to do with money. At this point, once they've offered you more than what anything that you've ever made or could possibly make with Tyson Fury, you still won't even negotiate. You still won't pick up the phone. You still won't try to come to the table because you don't want the fight, and it's that simple. And anybody who doesn't see that or recognize that for what it is, they're a fanboy. And once again, it's the Ibfp Unbiased. As always, please share, like, and you must absolutely subscribe.